Hello everyone. Today I have a little different Valentine card to share with you. I'm using some of these really fun products from Missing Stamps. And in fact, I had a request from someone to use this large paws stencil. So I've got that and I'm combining it with the possum stencil. I also have the hand-drawn heart stencil, but I'm not going to end up using that today for this card. And then this Rub-a-Dub Doggies stamp set from Missing Stamps. And we're going to combine all these to create a really sweet card. I'm going to start by taping my stencil onto the back of my cardstock. And I'm going to use some gray ink. This is Hickory Smoke. I thought I might use some black soot, but I wanted to go just a little bit lighter with these paw prints. And Hickory Smoke was the perfect color. I'm using blending brushes again. I find I get a really fun look with the brushes, and it's a little bit softer than using other applicator tools. I've also cut out a light pink heart, just using a heart die from my stash, and this heart paw prints stencil fits almost perfectly onto that die cut. It's not exactly the same, but it's good enough. And I'm going to avoid that paw print right in the center of the stencil and just go around the edge with some picked raspberry distress ink. I figured I could probably avoid that paw print. If you are worried, you can definitely tape that off so you don't get ink in that one. But look at that, just the cutest little pink paw prints. And we're also going to use some vellum to soften up that paw print background. First, I'm going to go ahead and choose the dog that I want to use. I end up going for this sheepdog. I love him. All his little furry hair coming out down over his eyes. It's so super sweet. I'm going to start by coloring the tub that he's sitting in, and I'm going to use some Valentine colors. I'm using RV66, RV55, and RV52 for this, and I'm going to start around the edges with the darkest color, blend that out with the RV55, and then blend that through with the RV52. I end up going over this a couple of times to get just the right shading that I like, and so you'll see that I go through first with all three of them. And then I'm going to go back in with the darkest and blend back through with the other two colors as well. This is going to create a really cute little Valentine tub. It's so cute with those bubbles. After I finish coloring this tub, I'm going to color in the bubbles using a couple of different shades. I'm using the B21 on just a portion of each of the bubbles. And then I'm going to go in with a lighter color in a pink shade to color the rest of them. It's a really light, it's actually V01, which is a really light purple. And that really looks great with the tub. It kind of mimics bubbles. I ended up just using those two shades, but you can definitely go in with a yellow or any other color to make those bubbles really stand out. For the dog itself, I'm using some cool grays. I just love the look of this on his little shaggy forehead. Starting with the C5, blending that out with the C3, and then going all the way over it with the C1. So I tend to like to leave those lines in to make it look really like fur or hair. I'm going to go a little bit darker on his ears though, and color those in a little more solidly. But I'll also do some more brush strokes on the rest of his fur. I just left this in so you can see kind of how I like to color up this little guy. Again, using some of those hair brush strokes and blending those through with the other two shades of gray. I'm going to use some dotting techniques on his chest fur there and then color his nose in solid. I added a little white highlight with my gel pen, and then I went in with a couple shades of pink just to get the right dark hot pink that I was looking for. So there we go. It says a nice hot bath will fix about anything. I love that. Now I'm going to pop him up on the pink heart using some foam tape, And then I'm going to put all of that on a vellum heart. So you can see that vellum heart there on the left. I cut it out just a little bit bigger, and that's going to kind of diffuse the paw prints around our heart shape. It'll draw the eye into the center. So I'm going to use some foam squares for this. I kind of press in on those foam squares to get them to release the release paper a little easier. And then I'll glue this whole thing on. I'm just going to add the glue though to the pink heart because you would see it through the vellum. So I'm just going to not attach it where you can see that vellum. That'll give it a little more 3D look anyway, which I really do like. And now all I have to do is attach this to our card base using liquid adhesive. Look at this sweet little card. I love pinks and grays together. It's one of my favorite color combinations. And to finish this off, I'm going to add some Stardust Stickles, especially to those bubbles. That'll give it a little glitter, a little more shine, and a little more color in glitter on the bubbles. Stardust Stickles is definitely one of my favorites of the Stickles. Look at that. Look how it shines. So there we go. There is our cute little sweet Valentine. This is actually really great for a Galentine's party or a pampering spa party or anything like that, or just give it to a really good friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this project today. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be back with more card making inspiration real soon. Bye-bye.